backing up. Talking trash, better back it up. I'ma make my money while they laugh at us.
What is going on? You're tuning into Inventing Entrepreneurs, a show where we bring on emerging entrepreneurs to talk about them inventing their vision of success. John, save that. I'm joined by my co-host, Oscar and John. What's going on, guys?
Yo.
What's going
Change the
on?
Instagram, by the way, at Branding John.
Now you're Branding John.
Branding John.
Did you change everything else as well, or just that?
Getting with it, because you got to keep everything consistent when you're branding.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did with the Brian Events. Like, everything is Brian Events right now. Snapchat.
Are you branding yourself or trying to help other people brand themselves?
Both.
Yo,
Both.
It's a play on words.
Hit me up, because I'm not even on social. I'm all about not showing people what I'm up to next.
Yeah, you got the Silicon Valley mindset.
So maybe you can help me out.
You know what's weird though? Some days, like, I don't know. Some days I don't want to be like, I don't want anyone to know who I am, and then other days I'm like, I want to be like loud about everything.
Right.
Brian thinks he's a pop star a lot.
I'm not a pop star yet,
pop star.
but I'm prepping myself.
You know what?
But I don't think I want to be.
Every business needs a face, and
I'll think about
that
it though.
could be
Like,
it.
That would kind of suck to be popular. I don't know.
Yeah, if you
It's
ask
good
a
and
famous
bad.
person,
It's like-
they probably don't like it.
Yeah, it's like you can't even go to the mall without people. Like,
You got a lot of fanboys.
People calling you at all hours asking you if they can be on the podcast.
Too bad it can't be
No.
fangirls. No,
You can be on the podcast if you're...
apply on our website. If you want to be on the podcast, apply on our website. So,
Big couple weeks. It's good that we're getting an update between all of us now.
So reeling things back in. We made a list today on stuff we want to talk about. First things first, we're going to re-strategize the podcast. We don't have anyone here today because we kind of want to go over this and
recess.
Talk about...
Everybody's in Miami for fucking Ultra.
Oh, that's true. But we want to talk about, like,
check out Ticket Ultra.
Our progress in the last quarter. We're on our 13th episode now, or 12th? 13th.
This is the 13th episode.
So it's been 3 months.
Nice, yeah.
So we want to talk about, our journey in the last 3 months, what we experienced starting a podcast, and I guess, what our plans are for the podcast. So we'll dive right into that. Yeah. So we're not rebranding, but re-strategizing how we deliver content for this podcast. Right now we're on YouTube, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes. I don't even know what else.
Everything where you can listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so
we're trying to be out there even more.
We're out there.
Exactly. So, but now, when we looked at the analytics...
real thought, Oscar is the DJ Khaled of our podcast.
Me?
Yeah. You just come up with all the best lines and just like the one-liners. That's great.
All I do is win.
So when we looked at the analytics, it basically said that, people... I'll pull it up right now, actually, while we're talking about. So on YouTube, our average view duration is 6 minutes and 51 seconds.
Right.
So
we have an hour-long podcast.
And we have, an hour-long podcast. So we knew that was going to be an issue.
Sorry if we're boring you for short attention spans.
Well, we knew that...
It's a commitment,
It's a commitment to do an hour.
Unless you're listening to it.
And we knew that was going to be a concern because John wanted to make this a 5 to 10 minute podcast with just snippets and just like taking stuff out. And then I wanted to have a full podcast because I wanted to be more organic. I didn't want it to be edited.
Right.
So we decided to meet in the middle. We're going to have the full podcast, and then we're going to pull snippets out of it and put them on YouTube so people can watch them. It's going to be 1 to 5 minutes. If it's really important, maybe we'll go over that. But if the average view duration is 6 minutes and 51 seconds, we don't want to go over 6 minutes and 51 seconds.
Use the analytics.
Yeah.
Because that's what your users or your customers look at,
So if you don't like analytics, if you're the type of person that drives and listens to a podcast, subscribe.
Yeah.
And if you're the type of person that likes like random shit on YouTube and gets the moral of the story, then you'll probably see us on Facebook because you're going to have like 2-minute clips of us.
Right, exactly.
So the biggest reason we're doing this is to get more reach. Not only that, like obviously it's like for our users, so it's more convenient.
I think
but it's pulling out the highlights, and it's going to force us to have better content.
That's cool because I think we can look at it from the customer side, and then we should look at it from the business side as well. Because that's what we're looking to do. We're all business minded here.
But it's like how are we gonna create content that people want to listen to? So like when we're going through the podcast, we're gonna think, all right, well, how am I going to turn this conversation into answering someone's question so I can turn it into a snippet?
Right.
Which sounds like, manipulative, but it kind of just,
and it's going to help people.
Well, you grab their attention.
Right.
And that's why
people are going to be looking for a specific thing.
Exactly.
So we want to, get those questions out. If you look, some of them are up there right now.
Right. Check it out.
And then what I've learned is that just simple SEO, if you go to Google and you start typing in something related to a topic, you could see what people search for the most.
Yep.
And then you take that and make it your title, and you'll hopefully pop up. Especially if it's something that's not common. Like if you put how to start a business, obviously you're not going to come up. But if it's something really specific,
you might find a guru.
Yeah.
Did you put together some of them?
I put together some of them.
Give listeners some examples
of
some SEO, based snippets, some titles that were.
So I made like 20 of them today, and that was just from episodes 9 through 12. I'm gonna go back and do more.
But I see this all as a learning experience.
Oh, it's definitely learning.
This is my first podcast that I've been on, and podcast. What did I say?
Podcast.
We
almost did a podcast.
But what I'm saying is, this is my first time trying to
do a podcast, and it's a learning experience.
So that shit, we were posting too much stuff.
Right.
And a lot of it was fluff, maybe.
A lot of it was fluff.
That's good, though, because it kind of might have took 12 episodes to get the analytics to find out that, that's the direction that we need to try.
But if you're listening and you're trying to create a podcast, you don't have to make the same mistakes that we did.
Yeah, exactly. Because the problem is we didn't have any, obviously we have our friends and families, but I don't know about you guys, but most of the people I know, that I grew up with, they're not entrepreneurs. So they might listen to a few to support me, but they're not going to listen to,
they're not going to take anything away from it, really.
Yeah. And some of them listen just because they like the stories of people.
Right.
But,
maybe it sparks a lot of spirit in some people.
Yeah. So it's
cool.
But it's if you see someone I don't know, let's say a celebrity like Bam Margera were to start a podcast.
Interesting example. Okay.
Well, I was just watching a video on him. That's why he popped up.
What a random celebrity.
But let's say he started a podcast. He already has that following. His first. You don't know who Bam Margera is?
Nah.
Oh man.
I focus too much on my hustle to watch what everybody else is doing.
Before the hustle.
Skater from Jackass and stuff. Hustle. He's really. I listened to his full story.
On YouTube, pretty good.
I listened to it, and he had drug troubles, but it's actually pretty inspiring. But besides the point, if someone like him were to start a podcast, he has a huge following already. That his first episode, he's gonna probably have 100, 200,000 views without even promoting it.
Exactly, and it could be totally the wrong direction that it needs to go to succeed.
Exactly,
in the long run, but
it could be a podcast about I don't know how to make pasta. Yeah, how to make pasta, and it would still get 100,000.
Yeah, but also
because he's relevant.
You would get his followers and the people that like to make pasta.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying we should do this pasta cast?
Well,
I would love to learn how to make pasta live.
Next podcast.
We got the pasta maker and we roll the dough out.
Drinks, we're making pasta.
My
that'd
point.
Be a cooking channel, not a podcast.
Right.
The point I'm trying to make is that we didn't have a following, so
we have to grow this.
We have to grow it, and we don't want to do it a schemy way. We tried advertising on one video. We had 4,000 or 5,000 views on it. A snippet with
cool.
OJ,
right?
And that was cool, and we got some good feedback from it.
Yeah, for sure.
But we don't want to.
Think it was worth the investment?
No,
you
learn, but it was worth it as a learning curve.
Right.
I don't
But the good thing about
we advertise.
It's better to grow things organically.
But also the good thing about marketing budgets is you can try $20 here, $100 there, and if it doesn't work,
you just don't do it again.
Yeah, but the thing is, with what I learned with this, we promote it on YouTube.
Yeah,
and with YouTube, I don't know about you, but when ads come up, I usually just press skip ad as soon as I can. I never open a YouTube ad.
You have to stay for those seconds, so that's why they get paid.
Right, exactly. But the thing is that people aren't going to go click on it and then start watching your stuff. You may get the views, they might just be oh, this is interesting, but it's not, unless they're really engaged and you have a really good ad, they're not going to go click on it.
I see a lot of flaws with that because when you're pressing skip, it means either they didn't target you correctly or they didn't grab your attention in the first 3 seconds.
Or you're just trying to play music on your way to work or at the gym. You don't want to because I use YouTube for
There
music.
has been I can think of maybe a very, very few amount of times where I was driving in my car and listening to Pandora, something that Pandora does the videos, and saying one caught my attention where I actually just didn't skip it. I just listen to it.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually interesting, but I think like 1 out of like a billion.
Yeah. I think ads.
You're creative as fuck.
I think
You're the
ads
most creative person in the world.
They're so like I don't know how to explain it. They're like very.
It's automatic
it's
now.
just
For
too
human
much right now. There's too many ads. People are just used to it. It's like very spam. If you think about social media right now, it's so spammy. Like,
exactly.
They're just trying to get.
So
I feel like people are just trying to target
how to go around ads and target people in a different way.
Yeah, it's like crazy how everything's changing, man.
That's actually part of our strategy going forward for Tigium.
Email marketing, like people used to open every email, but now it's like
I just delete. I unsubscribe from email things like probably 5 a day.
Yep.
And it's annoying. It's like I never sign up for it.
There's some marketers that are fucking shit up for Facebook right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem. You have a couple of bad apples that spoils the rest.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you want to be different, find the next big thing and do it.
Right. Not advertising.
Yeah.
And then reach people directly.
We're hoping that by us changing our titles and doing the short clips, it'll help you out because you'll get the highlights.
Exactly.
And it'll help us out because it might help us grow this podcast a little bit easier.
Right. It makes it more enjoyable and entertaining. You guys can actually take away the information, that we're getting.
Yeah, because it is
and not
hard.
clouding your mind,
I don't know if we want to upload the audio for the snippets on iTunes. I think it's going to be too much. Not that I'm lazy, but like this is it's a hobby for me. I don't want it to turn into a job.
Right.
I've seen people do it though.
People do it, but like this isn't. We're not trying to monetize this. So like if we were monetizing, I'd be like,
for the people.
If we were trying to monetize, I'd be like, yeah, we need to grow this. Like,
but the thing is, I see the people that I've seen do it. They do it for the sake of posting something. So they're taking the audio snippets and they're posting on there, but they're doing it for the sake of like, hey, I'm posting like 3 things a day, or I'm posting every day.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
Because
and the way I see it is,
I could pull 4 snippets, like you said, and just post 1 a day.
Right.
But I see it from 2 different perspectives. Like at one point, it's like I know who you are because you're annoying as fuck, but also I think you're annoying as fuck when you're posting 10 times a day.
Which is worse.
That's a lot.
Which is worse.
I think
I don't know
to know
because
them or to hate them.
I think
to don't hate them.
I think,
but
like,
the thing
you
is, if you get knowledge from them, even though it's repetitive,
it's
and
more than knowledge. You
long,
hate them. That's emotional.
But the thing is, sometimes if the content is good and you're getting value from it, even though I see them as annoying, it's like yo, props, dude.
Yeah. No, I disagree with us in a couple ways. First, like
there's some there's some big time people out there that are
doing it every day. Like,
and I don't want to call them out.
I called him out. Gary V. I used to love Gary V, but now I think he's annoying because he posts so much. It's like I'm tired of seeing you. Like I get what he did, but like, and I don't get me wrong. Like,
feed, bro.
I think he's good, but I think it's selfish for people to do that. Not saying like calling him out, but I think everyone that does that is selfish because I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I think you should post once every.
We'll agree to disagree because I think he's kind of annoying and he shows up everywhere, but he's everywhere. Everybody knows
but most
him.
of his content's pretty good. It's always new stuff.
He's the fucking Kanye West of marketing.
He's an icon,
but it's always new stuff too, which is good.
Yeah, sometimes it's repetitive, but the thing is, you can tell people what to do and how to be successful, but the people won't do it because they're fucking lazy and they won't take action.
I live by the rule.
He's hoping. Well, what I see it as, he's hoping that people finally one day it'll click and be like, like what I learned from him is right.
Yeah. No, I agree, but I think that I think you should post once every 3 days. Like that's my rule. Once every 3 days, unless I have something crazy going on where I think that I need to get this out right now. Yeah. Like I had a huge achievement. I'll post like once a day.
It depends on your strategy because on like how it works is like if you just want to grow the number of followers you have. They do recommend that you post twice a day.
Well, from a branding perspective.
Right. If you're trying to get the most followers, on Instagram, you're going to be annoying, but it'll work. You'll be annoying and people won't follow you, but statistically, more people will follow you than will unfollow
people will, as long as you're posting things that they like.
Exactly. Right. It's a niche.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So you want to get the right followers.
I post for all my accounts. I try to post once every 3 days.
Yeah, I think that's because then you don't run out of content and you're not annoying people. Because like, there's some people that will post the same photo of themselves. I'm not gonna say who. I think we talked about this the other day, but they'll post like themselves every day, and it's like, all right, bro, I get it. You know what I mean? It's like I get it. Like I don't want to see yourself. I don't want to unfollow you out of respect. Like, because I'm
I just
friends with you.
unfollow them. I
but
don't
like,
give a fuck.
Yeah.
but like, if you're posting a photo of yourself every day or the same thing every day, or like if you have one product, like
Switch it up.
the pan, if on
you take a
Wisecraft
photo
Pans,
of the
all
pan
I did
every
was
day.
post a pan in a different location every day. Like, you're gonna get tired of
annoying,
that.
right.
Like, it's not value added. It's
Right,
like, what's the
exactly.
point of me following
And
you?
a lot of people
Why am I
now
following
from
you?
branding, like people in marketing just nowadays enjoy it for the sheer entertainment. Like it could literally have nothing to do with the pan, but if it's an entertaining video and at the end it says Wisecrack Pans, they're going to say, oh, I like this video, be more likely to share it and have it have absolutely nothing to do with Wisecrack Pans except have the logo.
Yeah.
And people will share that more.
You know what I
Exactly.
absolutely hate on Instagram? And everybody
Instagram now.
everybody does this. They just repost other people's stuff
Yeah.
that their followers might like, but
Mhm.
it's like, dude, get some original shit. Like,
Use
I don't want to
content,
see
right.
the same watch 7 times
Or
because
the
somebody
memes.
posted it.
Yeah.
The memes.
You know, the
The
killing
only
it.
reason
Yeah.
we
I'm
do that,
tired
we
of
do that for Tiki for the sheer reason that once in a while we like to engage with them. So, we do it for the engagement standpoint. Like we reach out to them and say, yo, this is a dope event, nice picture, let us show that, let us highlight that for you. But never like every single one, It's
No,
like
but-
once in a while
but the
highlight
thing
it,
is,
but don't go overboard with that.
The way I see it is, the people that you follow on Instagram are all people that you want to follow, right?
Right.
By
They have
choice.
interest in the same
So
picture.
if you're following 10 different jewelers and they're all showing the same fucking watch from Basil
That's
World,
true. Yeah.
it's like, I just seen this picture 10 times. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so nice
You-
with
it
the
gets
3D
boring.
printers. The people I follow with 3D printing.
Get your
I
own
always
shit.
see.
Right.
I always see new stuff getting printed out because it's all custom.
Get up and
Yeah,
go
that's the
get
best
it,
part.
OJ.
But
Go get it.
the other thing is
Episode 5,
4.
check it. 4. Check
4.
It.
Come on.
I
Get
wasn't
on
there,
this.
bro. I wasn't there.
Oh yeah. I forget what I was gonna say.
Could've made that list.
I had the list, but
All right, so let's go back on topic. We'll get to
so we'll go back on topic. We'll bring it back in. So
in other words, if you want to stay organized, be organized.
Make a
There's-
list.
There's apps you can make a list. Whatever you do, whatever you gotta
I know.
do.
I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say on Instagram. Like I used to like a couple months ago. I like Instagram because it's good for my portfolio. Like I have all my inventions
Right.
on it. Stuff I can post because a lot of stuff with IP,
Right.
and it shows what I'm about. But I'm getting tired of it because I'm tired of the people following me, then unfollowing me. I'm tired of the fake people. It's just
They follow
it's like
you, they'll
people are
comment like, "Hey, this is awesome. I really like
Yeah.
what you're doing. Check out my page."
exactly.
I've learned to ignore it.
Right.
I try to
That's
ignore
just
it, but like
complaining,
It's just
man.
spam.
But, like,
It's
to
a
be
spam
honest-
email.
Yeah, it's spam, but it's like, would you give up email ever in your life? No,
Honestly,
you kind of
I-
depend on it.
I'm debating on
Right.
getting rid. Like I would love to
You're
just
gonna
get
get
off.
rid of
It's good
email?
for marketing.
No,
just
It's the
to
same
have-
thing,
no,
but
no.
think of how many
talking
people
about-
abuse email. It's the same thing. They're abusing Instagram.
I'm talking
I
about
hate when people they just send an email and said okay.
yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Well, I don't know. I would love to get there's dogs upstairs running around. I would love to get
We don't got the best studio.
yeah, we're
Okay.
we're all right. We'll tell that story in a minute.
All right.
But
It's
I
all
would love
part
to
of
get
the
off
hustle.
if I could, and I could just going back to before where I could just not be in the spotlight.
Right. Yeah.
I'd love to get off social media overall, just not be bothered at all with
Just
it. But
kidding.
like it's too
Brian's
relevant
so
right now.
bored.
Brian
too
likes to
relevant.
be in the spotlight because he's
It's like
branding himself.
Well, it's good and bad.
Right.
It's like for what we're trying to do right now. Yeah, we need it.
Right.
But to be honest, like I kind of hate it.
Double-edged
But I'm glad you're doing it, so I don't have to. I
Yeah.
haven't posted it on Instagram
Usually I lay stuff on you.
since October. Personally, for my personal account, not for our business.
Yo, let's get your followers
Our
up real
personal
quick.
account?
What's your account name?
I don't give
It's
a fuck.
Oscar's Lab. Oscar's Lab.
Get at him.
So going back to the studio though.
True.
So with this studio, for the frying pan we invented, we needed to have a studio set up for to basically show to show the pan and demo it. So we were gonna have a podcast. Last time we were gonna start a podcast for cooking with the pan.
Not a podcast,
or
YouTube
a YouTube video
channel.
tutorial.
channel.
But this is like back to
And
the
we were gonna cook some good stuff too.
We
Yeah,
had
burn this shit down. That's
Yeah.
what you do.
yeah. So we had set this up for a studio. The walls were like a puke green color.
Right.
The window was all painted in. This is in the basement of my house. And that wall was actually the front of the house. That's why there's a window there. But now it's like there's so many additions on this house. It's from 1900 that the wall's still here, the window's still there. So we scraped the window clean,
Right.
got some old barnwood, put it behind it so you can't see the other side because that's just like the front of like storage I painted there.
All right, little
But
decorations.
We painted all the walls with gray dry lock in here, and then that wall is actually a brick wall, and we've repainted each individual brick in. So I took a a crayon or a pencil. I traced each brick out. We got 4 different colors from Home Depot and just painted them in.
But
it looks pretty good.
That just goes to show how resourceful we are. Because
right. And on camera, you wouldn't even know that
you don't have the money for a studio in some fancy building. Then you got to do what you got to do. Even if you had the money, like, I love this shit.
Yeah. Right? This is what makes it. You know,
like, we got a space heater right now. It's freezing as fuck.
It's freezing down here.
That's why I'm wearing that hat.
But like, this is our studio.
Yeah.
Right,
you know what I mean?
So there used to be
put this together. We upgraded from the kitchen table.
Yeah, we were in the dining room table
12 episodes ago. 12 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know how many people complain about, like, I can't have a podcast, I don't have a studio, I don't have this.
There's a way to make it.
Like, shut the fuck up. Stop fucking complaining.
Get up and get to it.
There's people that don't even have food on the table and you bitching about your sad ass life. If you want to do it, go fucking do it.
You got some hate.
No, but if you want to do it, go do it. Stop.
No excuses. There's always a way around everything.
Exactly.
So, like,
just think about it.
When we were doing the cooking studio, we bought an island off Craigslist that was garbage, and then we refinished it, made it look really good. It actually came out really good.
We found out how to do it from YouTube.
Yeah, we'll make it as
we bought things from Home Depot.
Cover art for this. We'll make the cover art the what's called.
Well, what's even better is just showing up this whole setup. Like they don't see the lighting, they don't see the punching bag behind the lighting. You know,
we should show that on the video at the end, just for our viewers on YouTube. So if you're listening, make sure you check out our YouTube.
Yeah,
but
we'll put something on.
That also goes to show, though, like, even the studios, like NBC Studios, like, I've been there on field trips when I was a little kid.
They're not as like glorious as it.
Like, it looks cool on TV, but it's not all that. It's a stage,
right? Yeah.
But that also goes to show, like, social media right now, like, everything is staged. Like, don't believe everything that you see.
Yeah. We're just more honest about it. We don't have anything to hide.
Transparency is
Any
key.
questions you have,
email
we'll
us.
answer. Yeah.
Reach out to us somehow.
What's your email, Brian? Brian at...
No. Don't put my email out.
No.
I don't know, maybe.
All 13 viewers. No,
Brian at smartprint3d.com. Find SMARTPRINT3D.com. Email me.
There you go. Yeah, send all your questions.
That was hard to do because I get so many emails a day. I hate
an Inventing Entrepreneur's email.
Because if this blows up, my email's out there now.
Trying to get some hoodies.
We'll do it. We'll get it. We'll get the emails. We'll get the PO box.
There you go.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. We'll go to the next topic. That's enough. That's 20 minutes.
All right, what's the next
20 minutes. Jesus
okay. So now
you're a better organizer. You think
I am.
You're the pop star and the boss. You got
epoxies.
I'm very unorganized. We got too much stuff going on. So I guess we'll talk about the networking.
This is what I deal with every day.
I guess we'll talk about the networking event that we want to get going.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
After our 11th podcast with Keith and Jack Vogel.
From Red Me. Yep.
They suggested, like, we were talking about how we hate going to networking events because every time you go, you have all these people that are trying to pitch you stuff, and it's never like business people. It's usually like employees. Like, for instance, I had an embroidery company that like I gave my card to, and then she added me to her email list. Like, why would you do that?
Right,
like,
unethical.
It's unethical. Crazy. Like, I gave you my card in case you need something for 3D printing. Don't add me to your email list because I don't want to get my stuff embroidered. Like,
hell no.
I do actually sometimes, but
like I don't need to be on an email list for it. I'll just Google it when I need it.
Right.
Well, the way I think of it is like, hey, if I ever need embroidered, like I'm getting my lab.
I know who you are now. Yeah,
that's
because I'm a scientist, you know, like Dexter.
That's some skinny shit though to do that. Don't
like,
add
I'm getting my lab coats embroidered, and
always ask.
If I know embroider, I would go to her, but. I don't want to see your shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if you embroidering hearts for Valentine's Day.
And she just took it and did it.
My point is, like, if I think it's illegal, first of all, but don't just add someone to your email list without their permission, because they're probably just going to unsubscribe, be pissed at you at the end of the day. Because that woman, I will not order embroidered stuff from them just because of that. Because of that, just because that pissed me off. Because it took a few minutes out of or like a minute out of my day, but still, like,
it's the principle.
It's just a principle.
It's dirty.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
So
maybe I'm going too angry.
The point is, if you are in New York, the Western New York area, or around here, or you want to take a flight out here, we are planning an event coming up soon.
real networking event.
Preferably
real entrepreneurs.
We're trying to bring
it's
real
going to be
brains.
in the summer because nobody wants to come to Buffalo in the winter.
Nobody.
And if you want to meet some real people that are doing some real things in their life, there aren't financial planners, there aren't real estate agents.
Nobody trying to sell you on some multi-level marketing thing.
None of that. People that
real entrepreneurs, real inventors getting together, shooting the shit.
Everyone will be vetted by us.
Right.
Like, we're gonna choose who's there and who's not there.
Exactly.
People doing real shit.
Right.
But don't be but don't be discouraged by that. Like, if you're just starting, like, that's cool. But we don't want people, like, for instance, a lot of the places we go, we're part of a chamber, and there's so many financial planners in it. Like, literally everyone we go talk to is, I'm a financial planner for this place, or I'm a real estate agent. Like,
so it doesn't matter.
My business
that's not specialized.
I tell them every time though, my business is my financial plan right now. It all goes into the business. I'm broke as fuck. Exactly. Everything goes into the business.
True.
And I feel bad. I understand why they're there and what they're doing.
Right.
But to be honest, if you're working for someone else making less than me and you're gonna tell me how to save my money, like, I mean, I understand it, but like, I think they're in the wrong. They're targeting the wrong people.
We don't care about that. We care about how can we write off as much things as possible to not pay tax.
I don't know about that.
But
it's totally fine.
Real talk.
It's totally fine.
Real talk. Write-offs. If you know a lot about write-offs, hit up Brian at smartprint3d.com.
Yeah, Brian, you be writing off
legally everything legal though.
Everything?
If you are interested in coming to our event, we don't have all the details finalized yet.
Right.
It'll be on our website though.
But hit up Brian at smartprint3d.com.
Right.
Yeah, we'll add a tab to our site called events, and we will
absolutely.
We'll put the event there, and you can apply to come to the event.
Yeah,
and
we dope.
And we guarantee you that it's not going to be a waste of time.
It's not going to be scammy.
It's not going to be scammy. It's not going to be a waste of time. If you're coming from out of town, hit up Brian personally. We'll hook you up. We'll put you in the best places.
Absolutely. It's on LinkedIn.
It might cost you something, but it's not going to be a waste of time.
I don't know if we want to do an open bar or not. I feel like an open bar sounds like a good idea, but it also sounds like a bad idea.
We know might just do. I sort of like it, but
they were doing that. But then the cost would be more expensive. So I think we'll do a cash bar. Maybe like get some feedback from people. So maybe we could do we'll do like a prize jar where people could put
make salsa.
Yeah, we'll make
You're gonna make salsa.
No, I'm not gonna make mad salsa.
Just kidding.
We'll get a prize jar.
I think that's illegal. You can't bring your own salsa to a fucking bar.
We'll create a prize jar. We'll have a prize, and then we'll get everyone. You put your business card in, and then at the end of the thing, we'll announce the winner. Yeah. But then you just know that we're going to add you to the email list for networking events. It's not going to be our email. It's not going to be our stuff. It's just going to be strictly networking. You're never going to get spam. It's only when new events are coming out, so we can keep you in the loop. And then we're going to send out a feedback survey after. Yep. So that way we know what we did wrong, what we could do better next time.
Sure.
And then
but there won't be much wrong. But there won't be much wrong because we've been to enough to know what's wrong, and we're learning from those. So it's going to be a great event. And if you want to be on our podcast, hit us up.
But then people could also, we'll give you the opportunity to anonymously report someone if they're being schemy or anything at the event, so they could be kicked out for any future events. I'm serious. Like,
you're narking
if you're coming to our events trying to pitch yourself and like make money there, like that's like the point of it. But if you're being like strong, like selling attitude, probably not going to be invited back.
We're not trying to put it together for people to sell shit to each other. We're trying to do it to network.
Well, they can sell shit to each other if it's mutual. Like,
it has to be mutual.
If I needed a lawyer for something, it's like, yo, hit me up. Like, good to meet you.
Do you guys know a business lawyer? I need a business lawyer.
Yeah, we have one. Kind of.
All right, we'll talk.
We'll talk after.
Later.
But
everybody has
it depends on what you're doing.
So we got you.
Basically, we're gonna make sure that it's a good networking event, and I want people to the theme of it will be to come with 3 questions that you need help to get your business to grow, and ask people those questions.
Open it up
it's
to
mutual.
everybody.
Everyone's doing that. So when you meet someone, here are my 3 questions. This is what I need help with. Do you know anyone that can help me out?
Right. For sure.
And if you'd like to sponsor this event, if you are a wine, liquor, beer sponsor
or bar
sponsor,
we're still looking for a place. We have a few.
We have
OJ's gonna help us. The event planner.
We have a few.
He said he'll help out.
Cool. If you would like to sponsor this event, hit up Brian at smartprint3d.com.
Yeah. This is going to be a
reach out through the website also.
We're not making any money off of this.
Zero money if
we're trying to help people.
Right, exactly.
If we do profit, it'll go to the next event.
Right.
So that way.
Giving it back to you guys.
Yes, that way it goes back.
So BRIAN at SMARTPRINT3D.com.
Brian at smartprint3d.com if you can't spell.
Yeah, I think that's enough about that. But if you're interested, email me. We'll have something on our website in the next few weeks. We want to plan it first. And then we'll go from there.
Wrap it up.
So, next, John.
If you're scared of heights, let us know, because that means no rooftop bars too.
No, do not invite if you're scared of heights. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but seriously, because that's some of the things we're considering right now.
Be season.
And
it'll probably be on a Saturday from 7 to 10, so that way you can either go home or out right after. It'll be in the afternoon. Sure. It won't be during business hours. Sure. But yeah, if you have any concerns, let us know. All
right.
So now moving on, next topic. John.
Brian.
Me?
Oscar.
No. Oscar?
You left me out.
No. Wait, what? I was going to say, John, you go first for Ticketyum. Where are you at with Ticketyum?
Ticketyum updates.
Yeah.
So we're going to give us some company updates because it's been a little bit since episode
Confused me
1 and 2.
I'm like, what's going on?
You just said my name. I was like, bro, Brian, hey.
Oh.
Yeah, so things have been cool. Being originally, so I graduated from Buffalo, wasn't Buffalo, moved to Boston where we started Ticketyum, in the Boston, Massachusetts area. Moving back to Buffalo, just, being on the podcast, doing all the stuff, networking has tremendously grown the business in itself. It's really, the network has been huge, getting linked up back into the roots of people, getting into the community, and I felt that having a strong community backing and having the people that are there to really support you and give you the advice and that mentorship has really grown the business, and we can see that directly in our analytics of like user views and things like that.
What was your growth?
So for the past 3 months, and we've also done we've invested more in advertising since we've been here, and marketing and things like that, just keeping it consistent, getting the name out, networking, stuff like that. So we've doubled pretty much for the last 3 months since we've been doing this.
Wow.
Yeah. So this
hopefully
month,
it's an exponential growth.
Exactly right. So now putting together financial plans and kind of the strategy, we can go off of that and, do some assumptions, of when growth will be bigger and slower.
How have you networked? People would probably want to know how you were able to network, what techniques
anywhere, man. It's crazy.
Just talking to random people.
It's so crazy because everybody, at some point in their life is going to go to a comedy show or go see a play or go see a concert or go to a sporting event. If not, they want to, it's fun. So anytime that comes up, it's just a great opportunity for me to say, oh, you like that? Well, we got something for you. Any night of the week, check out ticketyum.com and we're going to find any of those events that are around wherever you are.
You know what I would do?
What is your
advice? I would go hang out with, not hang out, I would go to places where your target audience would hang out. Yeah. So I would go to the nicest restaurants, the people that got extra money to blow on events.
You could just talk to people like, oh, did you hear, how'd you find this? And they'll be like, say whatever, but like, oh, I heard about it on Ticketyum.
Right, for sure, exactly, right.
Just like go in there as like, someone like trying to promote it, but like don't make it seem like you own
No, right, and I'm just talking it up,
Even like going to the mall.
It could be anything.
Yeah, you go to a nice store, people got money to blow.
Right,
and
for sure.
They like to go to hockey games,
right, exactly.
Like to go to football games. Like we're in Buffalo, everybody's
sports
with
crazy
the sports.
For whatever
exactly.
Reason,
So, I would go where they hang out.
For sure. And even like me, my side job, I serve, and it's more pricey items, so it's a good crowd of people, but I've been networking crazy. I've been bringing business cards to work because people have been asking me, oh, do you have a card? And I'm like, shit, well, now I'm serving. I got on the low, like, hand out my business card to these people, like check out the website. So it's cool. There's people from the UB, like the entrepreneur, like whatever, what is it called? Blackstone, right?
Blackstone.
People from there and the entrepreneur school of entrepreneurship. Like, I've been serving these people, and they, like, know me by name now, and, like...
Oh, you did meet up with them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
have you seen real success from that?
I've seen user growth from our website, yeah, for sure. So
from the Blackstone program? Or
No. I haven't gotten into Blackstone yet. This is just people outside of that.
So these are real connections. It's not like asking a stripper for a phone number.
Right, yeah, these are real connections.
Like, this is real,
and I think that's the key to it, when they can put the face behind it and they know, and that's why it's good to sometimes be the face, is like they associate you with the business, and every time they see me, they associate me with Ticketyum.
Yeah.
And it's cool because they always ask me about it, like, hey, how's it doing this week? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's good, man. It's just a week update. I don't know what's happening in a week, man, but it's good that they're asking me, and it's cool,
Then they're thinking about it.
They're thinking about it. And, there's people that came in and they like to travel a lot. And, that's a strategy where I think Ticketyum is really going to be successful, is helping the people that travel a lot. Because when you go to a new city or a new...
Yeah, especially if you're traveling for business, too.
You don't know what there's to do in the random city, so we're there to help you.
You're working until 5, 6 o'clock, and you're like, what am I going to do after?
What am I going to do after? Go catch a basketball game. Go, even if you don't have money and you're just like a college student going somewhere to travel, spend the $30, get the cheap seats. They're fucking great. I buy cheap seats all the time.
Does your website have pricing and everything on it?
Yeah. So we partner with Ticketmaster right now to get our paid tickets from.
Is it like affiliate marketing type thing almost, or?
It's a partner serious program, right? They do partner programs.
Yes.
We partner with them for now. We do have works. That's basically our proof of concept. What it basically is how we're looking at it now. Me and the team got all together the past couple weeks and just talked pretty much like 3 times a week about our moves going forward, and we're really re-strategizing around taking this as the proof of concept with the API use and moving it to a point where we can get some funding for it or win some competitions with it because we have the analytics of people using it, and then we have a partner down the road. I mean, we have to pay for it, but they have a product that we want to buy from them that'll make it more proprietary for us to grab all the events around your area.
Yeah,
so that's the proprietary piece.
I really hope this succeeds because you're solving a real problem that, I personally had.
Think about it. When you used to go to California all the time.
Think about when I used to travel for business.
Yeah,
and it's like shit. Like after work, do I want to hang out with my lame coworkers,
right?
Or do I want I'm here, I'm in town.
Exactly. I'm only here for. Yeah. I'm here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
I'm here for a couple hours.
We might be going to San Diego in another couple weeks.
Can't wait. We'll definitely use it
if we do go, you can use it, right?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, for sure.
That'd be hilarious. Not hilarious. That'd be pretty cool to use your own app.
All my friends that say they're traveling, I'm like, do me a favor. Go on Ticket.yum while you're there. Screenshot the map because we use a mapping feature to see how close the events are to your location. So take a screenshot of the map, send it to me, and it's cool to see when my friend goes
in other areas,
right?
Yeah.
When they see they're going to Colorado. Oh, there's 5 events happening right now in Colorado. There's a bunch of concerts I can go to, and it's cool to see.
This is pretty cool how you got everything to work out. I wouldn't even if I was trying to start something like this, I wouldn't know where to start.
I don't know how this works. That's beyond my expertise.
Good. Shout outs to the team. Honestly, we had the vision. Kind of just pieces fell together, and we were like, all right, let's run with it. And now it's go time, we're all invested. We're ready to go.
So if you had to estimate your user count in 3 months when we do another one of these quarterly updates, what do you estimate that you're going to be saying your user growth is at?
3 months from today,
2 months
probably pushing 2,500 to 3,000 users monthly.
How about 3 years?
3 years?
Yeah, I got you.
You never know. I feel like it's exponential because
it's like that. I'm thinking okay, so I only did my plan up to the first 1 million users because the 1 million users is what's matter. Once you hit 1 million users, you fucking made it, right?
Yeah.
So to first have the month, it's going to take, I think it's 2.5 years, 3 years to actually hit 1 million users.
You see some apps blow overnight.
That's being realistic though, and it's it could pop overnight. You're right. I could do the right thing and the whole
Weed
thing
Maps.
Right.
Weed Maps blew up overnight because they mapped out every dispensary in town.
Oh wow!
Right, for sure.
So whenever you're in Colorado, whenever you're in Denver, you can download the app. As soon as you land off the plane,
you download the app.
And see where you can get some recreational, because it's legal.
For sure. So you guys got some good updates, also, right?
Yeah. So I think we can kind of both go in on this topic.
Yeah.
Of rebranding.
The whole rebranding thing.
Rebranding.
Yeah, I've already thought about it. I've been back and forth on that one for a while.
So you're going to do it?
Nah, I don't think so anymore.
So you're going to stay Ticket.yum?
Because
you want to go into that? Why?
Because when we really looked at, okay, we're a business. We're gonna need to make money. We're gonna need to monetize somehow, and it's great to really be known as the event locator. But it's added if we sell tickets also, because then the user doesn't need to go to another site. Why am I going to make the user find the event on my site and then go to some other site to find the tickets?
When you could be making the money off
When we can be not only making the money, but it's easier for the user, It just adds to it. So,
especially if you have a user-friendly app.
Right, exactly.
So do you have a plan to actually get that to happen where you sell the tickets? Because we
do sell the tickets right now.
How are you going to compile all that data? We just
started. We actually, through the partner programs that we use, the people that sell the tickets cut a percentage.
So you can hook me up with...
So it can go directly to your site and they get a percentage?
So can I buy Taylor Swift concert tickets?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you later.
Taylor Swift?
Hell yeah.
Where's she playing?
Toronto.
Oh yeah, done. When?
Oh, in the summer sometime.
Oh hell yeah, it's over.
He's a fanboy.
T-Swizzle.
That's my girl, Taylor Swift.
Alright, done. We're there.
So, I guess where I was going with the branding, you wanted to go on.
I did.
You were talking about going to
event maps, Event Yum, stuff like that. Something that's more driven towards the.
I think you're making the right move. People end up liking the name. I like
don't know if it's because it's grown on my friends, but like even when I went to Made in America the day after we launched the website officially the day before Made in America, music festival in Philadelphia, so we can go there and just fucking push it and see how people responded to the brand. And they really liked it, so I kind of thought of that. Name. Right.
Take it young.
Take it young. It kind of, it flows. It's different.
It works.
Yeah, originally it was Ticket Hungry. I think about that.
That's
not
too
as
long.
Good. Too long, right? So
Take it yum, right?
Yums,
I don't know why, but yums just sounds like a good word. It's delicious.
Right, for sure, it's delicious. People like food. They want to make that association. Yeah, I like that. So yeah,
it works, man. Just roll with it.
That's what we're trying to do.
You know how expensive a rebrand is? Like a total rebrand.
I know, yeah. And then I was thinking because like we already have
except at the development stage.
Yeah, if you don't have traction, but if you have some traction,
we would have to we'd have to restart. Not even just money. But time and effort, like past time and effort, you don't get that back. That's deleting old content with your old logo on it, making the whole change. And my partner Nick, luckily, he's my co-founder. He worked for a small company called App Boy, and they went through a rebrand. And now they're
company called Apple.
App Boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they'll have like CRM, like customer relationship management stuff. But he was working for the company. They were small, and they went through a rebrand. So I kind of got a little insight into what that was like, and it just seemed like it wasn't the direction like I thought it was going to go in. Now we kind of wanted to stick to it. Plus, people liked it. Plus, he said, it'd just be smarter to stick with it.
Yeah.
We went through it. I'm gonna take his advice.
We did the rebrand for FlexWater.
But yeah, tell us about that, because that seems actually like a smart decision.
Yeah, so we came up with the name FlexWater because our company was called Flex Much. And yeah, we're saying with the Flex name, flex everything. Right. But the problem, we did market research. We went around to gyms. We talked about it with Rohan when he was on the podcast.
So you actually did that? You actually took his advice, went out there and talked to them?
No, I didn't get that advice from him.
Oh.
I got that from someone else.
Okay. Somebody on the podcast said that.
From the class. But yeah, we went out and he was on the same page. We were in the investor class here.
Yeah, he did say that on the podcast.
We went out and just got market research and just talked to gyms that we're trying to sell to and like, hey, would you buy this product? What's your opinions on it?
Right.
And we had some really good feedback. Like some people wanted to buy the bottle that day, which kind of sucks because it's like, all right, well, I can't sell it to you. We don't have anything.
It's good to know though,
But it's market research.
Right, exactly. And it also kind of gets them excited for when it is ready.
It answered a lot of questions. Like we were thinking about keeping the bottle empty, and a lot of gyms said if you had the bottle empty, first of all, I wouldn't know how to sell it.
Right.
I wouldn't know where to put it.
Bottle.
I wouldn't even hold it because like if it's filled with water, they put it right in the cooler. Yeah. And the other problem is a lot of gyms don't have good water sources. Mm-hmm. Like we're spoiled in
City
New York,
water,
City water,
but like a lot of people have like warm. Like when you're working out, you want cold water. You don't want warm water.
Right, exactly.
You want something refreshing.
Warm water that tastes bad, that's barely dripping out of the fountain. The gym I go to, that's how it's like. So I bring my own water.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've decided that we want to have water with it, and then we also found out that it didn't have the looks people wanted. They wanted to look more appealing and like flashy.
Right.
So we knew
if you
label was wrong.
If you spend that much money on a product, you want it to look high end.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
it can't be some raggedy shit.
No, right.
So now we're going to be redoing
quality.
That.
Cool. So what did you do the rebrand to? So it's FlexWater.
So now we're going from from FlexWater to blended water.
Okay. Why?
And the reason is when we're talking to the gyms,
you don't blend anything now.
Okay. Well, no,
not just flexing like baby formula.
Opens up your.
So you can do
opens up our target audience.
Right. Yeah, it does any mix. So you can do baby formula, which is that could be a huge market.
Absolutely.
There's really no good disposable option for baby formula right now, and the problem we found when we did research was with baby formula, it leaves the powder really clumpy and airy and it clogs the nipple. So if we could figure out a disposable nipple attachment for it and make a smaller bottle, our design will mix the proteins the baby formula so there's no air bubbles or clumps, so that way it doesn't clog the nipple.
Plus, you know how much of a task it is to clean out the baby bottles. You know how many baby bottles you gotta go through.
Yeah, right.
And a big concern is sterilization as a baby. Like you can't if you don't clean it right, you can make your baby sick.
Right.
So we realized that FlexWater doesn't really sound like a good name for a baby. Right. So before we get too ahead of ourselves, we're like, you know what, let's go with blended water. It's basically a blender.
Right.
So like blend it. Like we'll blend whatever you put, we'll blend it. So
what were some other options you guys had?
So no, we were just thinking, how can we reach the widest target audience
exactly
with the same product?
Exactly.
Right, so not only we can
the same brand.
Yeah. Right. So not only can we target people that are in fitness, people that are looking to feed their infants, but you know, there's Crystal Light that need to be mixed up. Like,
right. They can take it for anything now.
Yeah, anything.
And the other thing is, like, the name Flex Order doesn't say what it does.
Right.
The name, bless you. The name Blend It Water. All right, what does it do? It blends it. Like, it's plain and simple. What it does, it blends stuff.
Yeah.
So, Blend It Water. So now we got the logo made. It came out pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're going through the rebrand on the site. I broke the prototype on accident.
Nice.
I threw it in my back seat when I was in a rush. So water hit something sharp and exploded.
Don't throw your water. Don't throw your prototypes.
Yeah, and that was a $400 prototype. So so now we got a mold CNC machined. We had a mold. We designed a mold. We had it CNC machined, and it made out of wood. So that way it was only like $300 rather than a few thousand. And then we're trying to blow our own bottles into it with preforms. We tried using, like, reblowing an old bottle.
Right.
We found that with PET, they're designed to be hot filled. So hot fill is basically filling it at, like, a boiling point. So that way when it goes into the bottle, it sterilizes the bottle automatically.
Okay.
So that way when they lock it up, it has no bacteria.
Right.
So PET, the melting point's about that size. So with the preforms, it seems from what research there's not much online. It seems like it's very closed. But it seems like that they're designed for that hot fill, so that way when you blow it, you can't re-blow it. Like, that way it doesn't deform on the shelf. Because think about it, if the melting point is that temperature, and you're pouring liquid into it, it's going to deform. Because that liquid is not going to cool right away.
Imagine trying to buy a bottle of water at a gas station in Arizona, and all of a sudden it turns into a fucking balloon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So,
that's what they thought about.
Yeah.
So we got some.
That's smart.
We got some preforms from the manufacturer in Florida. He gave it to us for free as samples, which is pretty cool. We just had to pay.
So always ask for samples.
Yeah.
If you're trying to test shit.
If you're just trying.
Even if you're just like want one thing, be like, yo, let me get a sample.
You never know. You might need their stuff anyway. But
sure,
I feel bad because, like, you know.
But it's like giving out free samples at, like, Costco. Like, you're trying it, and if you like it, you're going to get it.
Right,
so
for sure.
That's why they have it. But also, think about how many businesses say, like, free product, but just pay for shipping.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like they do something to get you in there.
Right, for sure.
So we tried blowing the bottles. It didn't work out.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't think we tried so many. We're down to the last few preforms. I don't think we're going to try. I think we're confident enough in the design. I'm going to change it a little bit because we're changing our labeling.
Right.
We learned from trying.
But we're going to we're going to change it. The bottle design a little tiny bit, make the spirals a little bit more like
emphasize,
cool. And then we're going to order
to help blend it more or to, like, enhance the look.
Well, the thing is,
both.
There was function to it, but they don't really come out. You see it in the mold.
You want it to come out. You want it to come out. You want
so the function isn't fully there until you actually do it. So we have to modify the mold design, not the actual bottle.
Yeah. Right. Well, it goes hand in hand, but the mold has to be designed. So I guess the other problem we have would be that our minimum order quantity was 70,000, which is one truckload.
Okay.
It's a lot of money we have to come up with.
Can't fit that here in the basement. You probably could.
We found somebody else.
So someone on Instagram, I posted a photo of us struggling. I'm like, I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah.
Still no luck. He reached out to me. He goes, he said something along the lines of, hey, I do this for a living. I have a company. He ended up having a facility in China that he makes this stuff. Really? So he said there's no minimum order quantity. So we're going to do a sample run with them. We're going to order the molds. It's actually going to be cheaper.
No shit.
It's not going to be made in the USA.
Through Instagram.
Yeah, through Instagram. Because I have a huge following.
Right,
not a huge following, but I have a good following.
He's a pop star.
He's a pop star. You have all the 3D printer followers.
3D printers, manufacturers. I follow them. Because if they have cool stuff, I follow them.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But he ended up reaching out to me. He was like, hey, I do this. He makes bottles. He works for, like, Pantene. Right. He does, like, big name stuff. So
nice.
He's going to let us do it's probably going to cost us money at first, but at least we can get a sample out of, like, 2,000 to 5,000. Get in the hands of
people, bro. And then let me take it to the gym. Hell yeah. We all take it over to the gym. That's branding. We can
start selling in gyms if we get a small quantity.
Right.
And then we could just, if there's no minimum order quantity, bottles. I don't think we're going to make money at first. No. Like, I think we might lose money, but at least we get the product out there and start proving that it's selling and working.
Exactly.
And then show a track history to future gyms and then show an investor that gyms want it.
Even if you start in just like a small,
or take the business
local bit of gyms and then take this info, like the stats from the sales of that gym, and then show that to bigger gyms.
You can only
bigger
do that
areas.
with, like, independent gyms because
you wouldn't really go that.
And then you pitch to corporate.
Right, then you can, but you need, like, the stats and the the sales and the data from the smaller gyms to get to the bigger gyms.
Exactly. So we're getting that quote this week. I'm
or
hoping
even like
the
Target
price,
or like even retail route because you can sell it for baby formula.
Exactly. We're hoping the price is cheap enough. Our first market is going to be the gym because it's just an easy target market. There's a clear need there.
Right.
And
people understand it. It's been past branded as that, which kind of plays into it, helps a little bit, so it's good to start there.
For the baby formula, we want to redesign the bottle to be smaller.
You got to do a lot.
It has to be an 8 ounce.
You got to do a lot of market research in that. So, like getting in the hands of mom.
Well, it's going to have to be an 8 ounce bottle rather than a 16 ounce because babies are, small.
Right. So it's good to at least test it in one market.
Yeah.
Solid.
They have a set amount that they got to take in.
So all right, when you get one, make sure I get one.
It's a customized product based on the same IP.
Right. Cool.
So it's a long road, but we're getting
making
there.
steps.
It's just it sucks.
We're all learning, making mistakes.
You never grow as fast as you want. Like I know, right? You want it on the shelves because you're worried about your competition, but at the end of the day, like you can only do so much. So we're trying to figure out the ways to get it to the market fastest.
Exactly.
And that's all we can do. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're working around the clock. So waiting on that quote, get it this week, and then
get there.
Place the order.
Let's do it.
If it makes sense, we're gonna place the order. We're hoping the numbers work out. If it's something like where it's $3 a bottle, we can't do it.
Right. Is he
but if it's something where
water?
No, we're gonna have our filler do it.
We don't want Chinese water.
No.
Yeah.
And plus shipping is really expensive. Water, we'll have the bottle shipped out to our filler.
Are they thinner than the?
It's just a normal water bottle.
Empty water bottle, like Poland Spring empty.
Oh, awesome.
So we're gonna ship it out.
Do you have to supply the mold?
No, they're making the mold for us.
You buy from them, and then he'll fill it. Okay.
Yeah. So they're gonna make the molds. They're gonna blow the bottles into the molds. We'll own the molds.
Right.
He's got to make preform molds for it too.
Take a trip out there too.
And then
let's do it. Let's all go to China.
Yeah, you down to go to China? He speaks Chinese.
Let's go to China.
I told him this. I was like,
I was just gonna ask him to speak your Chinese.
He'll be our translator. He goes, I'm not your translator. He got all defensive. He's like, I'm not your translator. What am I, your bitch? And I'm like,
I don't work for you, man.
Wearing sweatpants though. You work for him.
Yeah. I haven't worn sweatpants in a couple days. So
that's all I wear.
Yeah, so I guess that's where we're at with it. It's going to be a slow growth, but once we get, if hopefully that works out with him, because that would be a life saving thing because he couldn't find anyone to do it that would do
Instagram too. That's just networking, man.
Yeah, we didn't have to look for somebody like Alibaba or nothing. Yeah, it's like they came to us.
Yeah, so we're still getting the China pricing.
It's all good because Brian brands himself, and then
it pays off.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so
dope.
No, we'll see. We're gonna get the bottle, ship them right to our filler, and then bring it back to Buffalo. Our filler is out in Albany's area, so
clutch.
Fill it out there in one of the springs, and hopefully he'll do a sample run. He wanted 1 truckload minimum, but I think he'll work with us if we pay him more.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost us probably a lot more than we're going to sell it for first, but
it's worth it.
It's going to be part of the marketing budget,
right? For sure.
Market validation,
right? Yeah, absolutely.
Because it'll save us more money in the long run. Imagine being stuck with 70,000 bottles that you can't sell. They have a shelf life. It's water, so. I guess that's where we're at with that. And then we got the 3D printing company. We're talking about our new facility. Everything's looking really good. We have some roadblocks.
We're definitely not moving the podcast facility to there.
No,
we're trying to keep the studio.
We're gonna keep it here, but I might have to to move out to Hamburg. If we move into the new facility,
it's a big office.
Yeah, because if we move into the new facility, it's gonna be top secret where it is. I think. I don't think we're going to be able to share anyone.
Type shit.
Well, I just legally don't think we're going to be able to share the information.
No, right.
Of where we're going to be, but basically we'll be out in the Hamburg area. But from here to Hamburg, it's 50 minutes to an hour for a drive, and then from that to my engineering job because I'm not going to
this house out. Fuck.
I'm not going to quit. Well, I already have. I have plans for that, but I'm not gonna quit my engineering job probably for a while.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I'm learning a lot there. I'm happy there. But it's second shift. It doesn't really stop me.
Right.
So,
overnights, whatever.
Think of how inconvenient it's going to be for me to drive from here to Hamburg, which is 50 minutes, and from Hamburg to Alden, which is my job, which is another 50 minutes, back 50 minutes to here.
Yeah,
that's almost 3 hours of driving every day. That's a lot of driving. So I'm thinking.
So Brian's just bitching right now. So
no.
If you want Taylor Swift tickets, hit up Ticket Yum.
Game plan though.
We're fun up in here.
At Ticket Yum on Instagram.
We're gonna move. I'm gonna move out to Hamburg, so that way it cuts my driving down to
Yeah, but you think about it then.
Well,
you're losing tax write-off money. It's like 26 cents every half mile.
No, but that's only for business. Like it doesn't count. Commutes don't count.
Don't do anything just for the write-off unless
Yeah, we learned that.
Unless you got it.
Unless you got it like that.
Unless,
not worth it to pay
it's not worth it, man. Like, we
Everybody
tried.
gets so hyped off the tax write-off, and I'm like, but you still
It's
gotta
not really
pay
that.
for it.
It's not,
like, Grant Cardone says claim 9. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I've asked every accountant, like, how I can claim 9 and not owe taxes at the end of the year. He goes, you better save up money if you're claiming 9 because you're going to owe at the end of the year. I think it's more for people that are making millions of dollars that have the money in the bank to pay the taxes if they owe.
Yeah.
So
one day we'll get there.
One day. We'll see.
We're going to claim one at a time.
Yeah. I claim 0 so I get money back.
But also don't buy a house just to buy a house. If you buy a house, it should be an investment that Grant says. It should be an investment.
Said at least 7 units, right? At least 7 units he goes by?
I don't know about all that, but as long as if you buy a house and it's paying you, buy it. If you buy a house to live in it because you think it's smart, it just fucks up how mobile you can be because life changes all the time. And like in this situation, Brian is about to move somewhere so he can be closer to the hustle.
Maybe he'll make money though on the house. Think about it.
No, he probably will.
I'll make a little bit, but like I need to renovate upstairs before I can raise the rent up there.
Yeah.
So I'll probably come close to breaking even. But
the thing is, it's not money making. He didn't go into this situation thinking like, "Yo, if anything happens, I can make money off of it."
Right. It's like, I need a place to live, and I'm gonna
So if you are going to buy property, also think of it as an investment, as a long-term investment that you're going to make money off of it. And I know some people say 6%, 8%, 9% a year. If it's greater, even more, but even better. I mean, but. Go into it as an investment. Don't just buy property thinking it's more convenient. Like I would save so much money instead of renting. All of that's bullshit because it constricts you to a certain area.
Yeah.
You know where you won't find real estate agents or any of that bullshit? At our conference when it comes up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Oscar bought a single family, and I bet you regret it. He bought it before we were into this. This is like 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
I bought it a while ago.
Yeah, you were balling in college.
we're living comfortable, but it's like
you could be having
paying for it.
But I don't think two units is enough, to be honest. So I can do it again. I don't think you can get a 3 unit easy.
In New York, 4+ is commercial. So commercial is the way to go.
4 or 3?
4+.
It's 4. I think honestly, I think I like Grant's rule with 7. I think if you have maybe
if it's paying
4 or 5,
if it's paying, do the math.
Right.
But do the math honestly. Don't do like the worst case math because things are gonna pop up.
Right. Always lowball your projections.
Let's put it this way: if the water heater broke in this house, I wouldn't profit anything per year if I was renting this house.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like it's not worth it.
Exactly. Right.
It's not worth
that
it.
Safety net.
Yeah, or if somebody doesn't pay rent, think about it. It's gonna take 6 months to evict some peasant.
Yeah.
And you're gonna lose the money.
I'm lucky. Upstairs is pretty good. They pay the rent.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've heard horror stories.
I wonder if they hear our podcast somehow.
Yeah, but New York State is very.
What up?
New York State is very tenant friendly. So
yeah, I would just rent.
Squatters' rights and shit.
I would have stayed renting if I knew better. But
I also know people in Philly. In Philly, if you rent a house, you are responsible for the water. So if you stop paying rent, you're gonna stop paying for the water. And you're going to start taking a shit everywhere in the house without flushing. So the owner of the house...
I've heard stories like
the owner of the house has to deal with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just make sure the math works out.
Right. Make sure you can afford to pay the fucking water.
So I guess that's... I don't know if we have any more updates. I guess we're going to take a week off to...
Happy Easter.
Yeah, for Easter, but also to focus on this re-strategizing and get all these videos out because it took me all day just to get 2 or 3 videos done.
Damn, they're fire though.
It's gonna take.
Check them out.
Yeah, it's gonna take probably
share with your friends
a week to get the rest.
Share
of it. Yeah, share
with your circle.
If you like what we're doing, let us know.
Yeah, and if you have any feedback, let us know because then we can fix it.
If you don't like something, thanks to my boy Devin, who was like questioned sitting next to.
He's like, I don't like when you break them up. I remember when we walked into the podcast.
But you know what? We took that. We're like, all right, if our viewers gonna say that, then I guess we gotta listen to it.
Yeah. Well. The thing is, when we had that, we're like, oh, should we just like break it up?
It was a question too. It was
actually a question like, oh, we'll just go every other. So that way, it's like we're not like one side versus the other. Right. But I think he was right because you can't tell who's who.
Exactly.
Like, now it separates the host versus.
We're all just white guys.
I also got a feedback that we should talk about after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good feedback?
Yeah, I did. It's just different, but I got
abstract feedback.
Somebody that listened to this, it told me.
Cool.
All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, we had some other feedback.
But
saying
the thing is that
aggressive.
I don't see everybody as haters. Like that's how you grow,
Right,
especially
for sure.
if you're making if you're making a podcast for the audience. If they don't like it, it's either not for the right audience and they shouldn't be listening.
Yeah, you can make everyone happy.
But if we also know that they're the type of people we want to target, we're going to mold and change ourselves for that.
Exactly. You can't target everyone.
We're going to find our target as we
know, but we know our target. Like we know who we want to listen to this.
Right,
we want underground entrepreneurs to listen to it, and then maybe even some investors.
Right.
That way they can,
get an
hear
idea, cool
the new
idea.
businesses, and then maybe get in on inside information on potential things that they can invest in.
Yeah, but one of my boys that's hustling hard gave me some feedback.
Awesome.
We got to run it through.
Hyped.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love feedback.
All right, so I guess we're going to talk about that. And, I don't know, check out Inventing Entrepreneurs Recapped.
Looking forward to it.
All right, we'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks.
See you guys in 2 weeks. Happy Easter.
Money stacking up, talking trash, better back it up. I'ma make my money while they laugh at us.